Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? That's right. It's hump day. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Y'all, welcome back to Pelion, South Carolina. It's a beautiful Wednesday, my dudes. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And it feels like it's 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Sitting here in the sun. Good thing I got my wide brim hat on. That's helping out just a little bit. Keep the sun off my neck. I just fed the golden Wyandotte chicks and the mystery chick. And gave them some fresh water. And y'all, this is our quick chick flick of the day. What you guys looking at? There's a bug they're chasing. Y'all, I'm so proud of the chicks. Yesterday, we had my wife had to go to an orchestra concert or a performance of my daughter Luna's. And she was playing the violin. It went well. And I had to go with my son, Nathaniel, to the FFA banquet, the Pelion FFA banquet. And so, there wasn't anybody here to make sure the chicks were getting up like they're supposed to. But, let me zoom in over here, I'll show y'all. We put some hardware cloth on the ladder with some zip ties. And I turned the light on and I turned the brooder on before we left. And obviously the door was open. So the light was on and the brooder was on. And obviously they got the hardware cloth on the ladder now. And y'all, when we come back, all the chickies were safe in the coop. They all climbed up there all by themselves. They were all safe, huddled in there. Nice and warm and tucked away. So I come along over here and I got the water. I took it back in there and put it in there with them so I did have some water. And then I closed the door and turned the light out for the night. And y'all, that was great. That was the first time we hadn't had to crawl in here and pick the chicks up and put them in there manually. So that's pretty cool. They're growing up so fast. We had a good time, me and my son Nathaniel. We had a good time at the FFA banquet. It brought back a lot of memories from my FFA banquet. We had Sheely's barbecue, y'all. Ooh, they catered it. Man, that was some good stuff. I said it in the worm video, but you know, most of y'all don't watch the worm videos. So I guess I'll say it here. Y'all, that was the best coleslaw I ever had in my life. It was so good. I'm 40 years old. That's the best coleslaw I had in 40 years. Barbecue and the hash and rice was good too. Now my Nanny Betty's homemade milk gravy was better. Their country gravy they had for the rice. No, it wasn't near as good as my Nanny Betty's. Betty Lucas. Woo, she could fry some chicken and make homemade milk gravy. I finally learned how to do it because, you know, she's passed away now. God rest her soul. And, you know, I don't get that kind of gravy no more. So I had to figure out how to do it myself. And I'm not going to say it's as good as my grandma's because it ain't. But it's pretty close. And it's pretty good. But Sheely's gravy, not as good as my grandma's. I don't even know if it's as good as my gravy. But the coleslaw, it's better than the coleslaw I make at home. And me and the wife, we made pretty decent coleslaw, you know. I was very impressed. Needless to say, I was very impressed by their coleslaw. The barbecue was good. The hash, amazing as always. Rice was good, well cooked. It was great, you know. The chicken was good. I had 2 little drumsticks, little drumettes. Well, they were like the tiniest drumsticks I've ever put in. You know what chicken drumettes look like for buffalo hot wings and stuff? Well, they were not drumettes, but they were only like the largest drumettes you've ever seen, but the smallest drumsticks you've ever seen, if that makes any sense. So I had 2 of those. They were good. Alright, I know I done talked so much. I done talked way too much. Should have been looking at the chickies. Nobody wants to hear about how I had some awesome Sheely's barbecue, buffet, country cooking, whatever I call it. It's good stuff. First time I've had Sheely's in years. I don't get to have Sheely's very often. I don't get to eat out very often anyways. It's too expensive. Who can afford to eat out? Basically just save eating out for like special occasions like birthdays or anniversaries or something like that. There's no budget for discretionary spending for eating out. We gotta cook our food, y'all. Save your money. Anyways, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I do. I save my money. I was doing the grocery order earlier. Y'all, it's like $297. $297 for a week's worth of groceries, y'all. And we ain't get that much. And that's from Walmart. So, you know, that's like, it's, you know, pretty cheap, you know. That's like $300 at Walmart. I remember right before COVID, about 2020, 2019, 2020, we used to be able to get a week's worth of groceries for our family for about $150. $150. Now, it's $300, y'all. $300. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry I'm ranting, y'all. I just can't. I can't believe it. Y'all, the debasement of the currency is real. Y'all. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just going to leave that right there for y'all to think about. It ain't been that long. That ain't been but like 5 years ago, y'all. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. I know, I done said that like 3 times. 5 years. 4 times, y'all. Guys, in 2020, I could buy a week's worth of groceries for $150. 2025, $300. I don't know. All right. I'll stop ranting. I apologize if that upset anybody. It's upsetting to me. Oh, that poor little chickie. Look at him. He's all running around. He's all right though. Look, he got a spot. He finally got in there. Look at how the feathers are coming in and the down's all patchy. Kind of makes him look like a crazy vulture from like Disney Lion King or something. You know, like a scary, I think there were some scary vultures or something. What movie was that? Was it Lion King or was it Jungle Book? Oh, you know what? I think it might have been Jungle Book. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate you coming out and hanging with me. I was looking at it before. We got over 2,000 subscribers to the channel now. I remember when we didn't have but 200. Y'all, I can't believe it. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out and hanging with us. Checking out my videos. I know they ain't all that interesting. And there ain't that much wisdom going on either. I know I know a lot of them are called, they got the word wisdom in the title. There ain't a whole lot of wisdom going on, I don't reckon. But hopefully you're getting something out of it. And if you are, well, I'm happy to help. I'm glad I'm helping you out with some entertainment. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let me know in the comments, or drop us a comment, or give us a thumbs up to let us know. And y'all, if you made it this far, well, you already know it. I appreciate it. God bless y'all. And y'all come on back now. You hear?